imagine. And if you keep watching the show, which I'm sure you will see a lot of that, and we'll bring other people into it. I have a young lady that I met a few months ago who is so gifted, and just her personality and her outer beauty matches her inner beauty. And she has written this book, which we're going to talk about, and it's called For My Good. Please welcome Ms. Snider to the Loretta McNary Show. Hi there.
Hi there.
All right. So we know you are a mother, a wife, a sister, and a daughter, and all that good stuff. Yet you found time to write the book, and then you also had some very dramatic things that happened in your life, and you kind of shared some of it in this book. You're bold.
Well, I was at a place like you all were talking about earlier, where I felt like the life that I had been given, that there was no way out of it. And God really started dealing with me, and I was like, you know, well, Lord, you had given me all these dreams as a child to be a director, to write. I was always involved in the arts. And I said, but you're not making opportunities for me. And He told me to be full in the place that you are. And literally that night, I took out my computer and started typing, and it turned into this book right here.
Okay, that was so profound what you just said. Be full in the place where you are now.
Right.
Can you kind of elaborate? Because that's deep. Well, I will preach on the path.
Well, a lot of us are looking for these grand opportunities to come in our lives. We're scared to venture out, but God equips us with all the tools that we need in every situation in that moment. So while I was looking for an opportunity to express myself, He said, you have a computer there, pull out your computer, you just start right where you are, and I'll take care of the rest. So we have to walk by faith and not by sight, and this book is definitely a testament of walking by faith and not by sight, because I didn't know what it was going to turn into and how it was going to happen. But as the months came, He brought the right persons in my life and place to make this book come to life. So here I am today with you.
Wow, that's incredible. And I wanted to share that because that will inspire people. I can tell you all day long that there are people out there who, started with nothing, they never wrote a book before, and God said, write, and they wrote. And they're like, yeah. You hear that all the time, but to really meet somebody, to meet a pastor who got his call in the 10th grade, oh Lord, if my son told me that, I don't know what I would do. I'm like, I know I would fall out, but I was so praising God that He would use them that way, and I know He does have an anointing. But back to your story, you also have a 2-year-old son.
Yes, I do.
And he is sharp too.
Oh, thank you.
So how did you write? Because, we can come up with excuses not to do stuff. Right. We can oh Lord, you got a 2-year-old, you have a husband, you're a stay-at-home mom, and you still found time to write this book.
And that was the beauty of it all. I actually had 2 of my sisters living with me at the time. I lost my mother at 15 years old, and I kind of raised 2 of my baby sisters. And I was really kind of flipping out. It was maybe 2 months after having a baby, a stay-at-home mom. I had to quit jobs. I was walking away from my career that I had worked so hard for through college. And again, He told me, again, it's not for you to figure out. I just need you to be obedient. And that's really a part of the blessing that we got of Christ is our obedience. It's not figuring it out, because He is God. He has the way, He has the answer, And I think that's a big thing that people get hung up on, is trying to figure out all the steps, when they're trying to achieve certain goals in life. And that's when you cast your cares upon Him. That's when you see God the most. It's when, you don't see what's ahead of you, but you're going to still trust Him and hold on to His hand.
Amen. And for you to be so young, can you tell me how old you are to be that profound and have all that wisdom?
27. I'll be 28 this year.
That is so crazy that your faith is so strong, like that of, somebody
it's been tested.
Of course,
like
it's been tested before. It'll be tested a whole lot more times, believe me. And I'm sure Pastor can relate to that. Because, people think just because you're a pastor in a church that you don't go through. No.
Oh, yes. I think even the more, because people have a tendency to think that pastors are perfect individuals, when no, we're people just like everyone else. We have a calling, and we have grace, which we do what we do, but we go through sometimes even more,
right?
Because we live in a very big glass house.
Oh, very transparent.
And just, as we're talking about, when you're called, that's when I think you're attacked the most. And putting the book out is like the gates of hell
just open
any and everything that you could think